are live, kids. We're live. That's right, we're live. Sunday night AoK Championship Wrestling getting ready to kick off and get underway. 9 big matches for you as always. Let's head on in to let's get it started. Let's talk about them. We got Ted Rockpage challenging Omer Hinkledimer for the hardcore title. Kicking things off tonight. We got a couple of their debut and their second match. IKB taking his short amount of time away from AoK. Where he took that IKB, bringing in a couple of friends of his, walking into ringside tonight. He's going to introduce us to the BMF. They're going to take on Vortex and Psycho Smoke Retribution versus BMF in a debut matchup. Chris Chaos going one-on-one with Chris Nightmare. Bud Marvelous, Zakk the Ripper, Falls Count Anywhere. Zoey Yuri challenging Amaya for the women's Undisputed title tonight. And Kamron Sawyer goes one-on-one with the Iron Man, Ken Bouchard. We have his new lackeys with him so far. Logan Hawk taking on Vulgar the Clown in a no falls count anywhere. Look at this. Tornado tag 6-man. The returning Destruction Inc. teaming up with Anthony Omega. And the War Raiders coming together. Big Bad Adam Boone. Connor Riley welcome in James Coleman to the War Raiders 6-man tornado tag match. Just before the main event, Nova challenges Prestige for the Intercontinental title inside a Hell in a Cell. Let's get it started. Ted Rockpage, Omer Hinkledimer. AoK Hardcore title on the line. Welcome in, everybody, as we get ready to kick off and get set up for the Survivor Series War Games. Got a couple of shows ahead of us before that fateful evening. As we try to determine who, when, and where our superstars will match up. I propose at least 4 matches. Hear me out. I'll take your opinions in chat. I'll take your opinions in the comments if you're catching this on Facebook later on. Short amount of time. We got a couple of weeks ahead of us in game and in real life as we creep closer and closer to the War Games. But I propose a very close to original Survivor Series matchup, what the Survivor Series original matchups were. 4-man teams, elimination style. 8-man tag match, elimination until we're down to 1-on-1. Also, I propose that outside of that match, that every other match should be within the confines of some steel cage. Just my feelings on it. We have a women's division War Games match in the works. We have one team already announced. We're waiting for the second team to be announced. Empress Sparrow will captain that team. Her opponents will be Lilith, Morgan Quinn, Mama Logan, and Zoey Yuri. Empress Sparrow will pick 3 other women to battle it out inside inside a War Games matchup. The men's division, we're a little wonky on. We're a little bit wonky on. So we will have to figure out all those matchups. But right now, Ted Rockpage has his work cut out for him tonight as he goes one-on-one against the hardcore Hinkledimer, Omer T. Omer T has kept his title for some time now. He's defended against the likes of his own brother. He's defended against the likes of Ken Bouchard, Vulgar the Clown, Tank. Omer T keeping it hardcore, keeping it as close to legal matches as possible. But tonight, he puts that title on the line against Teddy Rockpage. Mr. Hustle, loyalty, respect himself. Be a good time to find out if Ted Rockpage will really give up, because that cattle mutilation that Omer T locks in. Boy, I tell you what. That's what's on the line, the Hardcore Championship. We're going to let Wayne Kerr do a little more of the introductions.
Weighing in at 163 pounds, the bombshell, Ted Rockpage. And his opponent from Stillwater, weighing in at 219 pounds, he is the Hardcore Champion, Omer T.
Omer T, former one half of the former tag team champions. At one point, he was carrying the hardcore title and the tag team title. Ted Rockpage looking to take some of that burden off of him. Got a couple of great matches lined up here tonight. I'm looking forward to the next this next matchup after this hardcore title chance here. Debuting BMF. He's a big mother anyway. This is a stay at task here. As Omer opens up with that big gloved hand. Sets him up for the suplex, turns it back around for a knee to the face. Rockpage fighting back. Headlock. I don't know why I did that behind the referee's back. It's an Extreme Rules matchup. Pretty much anything goes. As all hardcore titles should be defended, in my opinion. Rockpage, look at this, looking for a submission here. A little early in the matchup, Omer, a little bit of athleticism, catches him with that, nicely done, catches him with that clothesline. Off that head scissors, and again, Rockpage one step up, spins him out for that spine buster. Omer back to his feet, but gets caught right back up. Look at this, Rockpage trying to stick with that that abdominal stretch. Omer just a little too wily for him. Going to the outside, climbing to the second, to the top, all the way to the top floor. Omer T makes the launch, cross-body lands solid, and heads to the outside. What's he under the ring apron with a steel chair? You can't go wrong with a steel chair in a hardcore match. Pulls him back, and a big elbow takes Teddy to the floor. Omer back under the ring apron. The chair wasn't enough. Oh, he gonna have dinner. He gonna fight the boy over for vittles. That's what he's doing. Omer DDT on the concrete. Kids, I tell you what, Omer T has been champion for some amount of time here, carrying that title for over just about 2 months. No, sir, you're in the very beginning matchup, opening it up with a hardcore title match. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you joining us. Starting things off, Omer T defending that hardcore title against old Theodore Rockpage. Teddy spending more time trying to get cocky. Instead of paying attention, Omer sneaking up from behind sends him back inside the ring. Follows him up. Give a rundown here, breaking the action here in just a moment of the other. It's a very good point. It was a very good point, OGM. Unlike her to actually obey the rules of Extreme Rules matchup, and what had to was distinctive crosswords. Are we done? Are we done, Ken? Is it? Crossroads is done, eh? Fair enough, my friend. And that's 2 exclamation points. It doesn't sound like anybody's too upset about that. Doesn't sound like you're as upset about that as, That's the way to be, man. That's the way to be. That's the way to do it. About being the way to do it. Rockpage going for a power bomb, and Omer puts a couple of those big leather gloves upside the head. From behind, Omer with a solid shot to the upper shoulders. May have knocked Rockpage completely unconscious, or not. That could have been dramatic. I could have just been being dramatic on that one. Probably a little bit. Omer T back inside with that kendo stick. No go. Irish whip. Rockpage sends Omer into the ropes, dropping down. Nice fall out hip toss. Going from 14 an hour to 18 an hour and every other. Yeah, alright. Alright. Rockpage. Rockpage, don't do it. He did it. I think we've seen enough. I'm not sure. Omer T, center of the ring. Hardcore title on the line, no go. Omer not ready to pack up and head back to the farm just yet. Rockpage with a blindside there with that kendo stick, catching Omer a bit off guard. Not enough. The hardcore champ laying out a bit of punishment here. Ooh, Rockpage rolling out of the way. A Luthez press, taking him down to ringside. Omer back to his feet. Crucifix. Man, did he drive him down with that. Omer busting up the kendo stick and eating a right hand. Back to his feet. Omer's one tough bro, man. Omer is one tough hillbilly. Rockpage sets him up. Big FU, but it took it out of, look at this, took it out of Rockpage too. Precious time wasted. Hardcore title on the line. We got a brand new hardcore champion. Ted Rockpage ends the hardcore reign of Omer T. Hinkledimer. Here we see the final replay. The hook of the leg after the FU. And Rockpage picking it up. Sticking with it. Ted fighting up the ranks to get to it. Well fought victory, but we got a debut matchup coming. We got a debut matchup here. Is what we got. 2-on-2 tag action. As Vortex and Psycho Smoke take on these two newcomers, collectively known as the BMF. IKB bringing these two miscreants in to AoK. He said he was going to bring them to ringside tonight and show the neighborhood what the BMF is all about. Punisher and the Hardcore Degenerate teaming up. Waiting on this long ass loading screen. I'm running out of shit to say because I haven't seen these fellers yet. Just turned into Omer there for a minute. I ain't seen these fellers before. They just rode into town about 3, maybe 4 moons ago. Anyway, who the hell put me in charge around here? Somebody in the truck push the button so we can move on past this segment, please. Somebody. Anybody in the truck? Is there nobody in the? Is there no truck? Retribution BMF coming up next. Let's head to ringside. Let's see what this is all about. Let's look into this. AoK Championship Wrestling every Sunday night at 7, every Wednesday night at 9. We go live on Twitch. We run a semi-story-driven, semi-interactive wrestling universe. If you'd like to be a part of that universe, if you have this game, upload your character to Community Creations. Attributes set no higher than 95 max. No signatures or finishers as part of the regular moveset. Just use the hashtag AoK. Your wrestler will be uploaded and debuting the next episode on a normal basis. The more you're in chat, the more you see your teams. Let's talk about teams. BMF. You can figure it out. It's on the man's shirt. Punisher on your right. Hardcore Degenerate on your left. And of course, the Iron Man, Ken Bouchard, leading up the tail there. Let's see what this is all about. Vortex starting it out for his team. Punisher starting it out for his. Jenna Taylor says, let's ring the bell. Let's get it on. Coming in quick. Vortex left a little dazed on that one. We got a quick tag. The Degenerate, the one in the ring now. Let's see how he fares for his team against Vortex. And again, staying right at him. Going for an armbar wrist lock combination here, looking to dislocate the shoulder perhaps. Vortex able to kick, get free hand, couple of shots to the jaw, but look at this. Super kick to the knee. Standing backflip into a bridging suplex and a pinning attempt. No go. Vortex really needs to get himself a tag here if he wants to get anything going for his team. Vortex up and over. Big HD taking a knee to the ribs. And there's that tag we were saying, Psycho Smoke. Legal Man gets caught up with a turtle wheel head scissor. And the Degenerate, man, look at this, staying right on top of Vortex. Psycho Smoke having none of it, tit for tat. No, I said tit. Got people beating everybody up. Everybody's beating up everybody here tonight. IKB staying out of the way. Just standing back and enjoying the destruction here. Psycho Smoke getting the upper hand. Psycho Smoke ain't the legal person. Psycho Smoke is the legal person. Now Jenna's starting that count. Look at this. Smoke with a face plant on the outside. The degenerate hardcore with a spear into the lower back, diving out of the ropes, out of the ring to the outside area. These two young men bringing it to AoK tonight. Look at this. Psycho Smoke grabs him up, suplex. Jesus Christ. Psycho Smoke just launched that man into oblivion. Smoke again going after the Punisher with another suplex on that ring apron. Jenna continuing to count, and Smoke recapturing the upper hand here for his team. And I was gonna say BMF needs to make a tag, but the way these teams are beating each other up outside the ring, I'm not sure if making a tag is any better or any worse for anybody in this matchup. We got tag to Vortex, little double team action. Irish whip, posing back in, knee to the ribs. Vortex been focusing on that the midsection of this in this matchup, on the hardcore degenerate. Very focused on that midsection lower rib area. Another tilt-a-whirl head scissor. And BMF, his team, as I said, putting on quite a showing here in their debut matchup. Unfortunately, not able to get that able to get Vortex into the corner. It looked like he was going for that tag. Bridging German, nicely done, and goes for a tag himself. Psycho. Legal man in the match, not Punisher, the freshest man at least. Big knee to the face, coming in tough. Psycho Smoke right outside the ring again, immediately going after the man on the apron. Got a weird strategy for his team tonight, does Psycho. And IKB has stayed out of the way here. He's not been much of a factor, but then again, he hasn't needed to be the way his team has taken control of this matchup. And Jenna continuing to count. Psycho Smoke could be looking at a count out here if he's not careful. Back inside the ring from behind. Jumping on the back. Look at this. Man done lost his mind. Picking it up. Sends him around. One more. Kick to the lower back. Hook of the leg. Center of the ring. This could be it. Kick out at 2. Punisher making that kick out, looking for the tag. Irish whip, Psycho Smoke sends him into the corner. Smoke being fairly dominant here in tonight's matchup. Battle it out here on the ropes. I'm not sure who's actually in control of this move here at this point. It'd be Psycho Smoke just driving elbows into the head. Hurricanrana DDT, avalanche from the top rope. Both men back to their feet. Both men going for that kick. And the hardcore degenerate coming up on the tight end of that one. But Vortex right there to make the save. Punisher chasing Vortex around the outside. Action in the ring and outside the ring cutter. Another pinfall attempt. Jenna Taylor, 2 count only. Psycho Smoke keeping this match alive. You see there in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Vortex laid out at ringside, and IKB again hasn't moved from his original spot. Nothing but a grin. Nobody home off that moonsault, but Punisher with a snapping jab, not enough to save time for his partner. Into the ropes, dropping down, leapfrog over. Spinning back kick. And Vortex opening up with a series of boots. Pinfall attempt. Kick out at 2, the hardcore. Big HD staying alive here. Neck breaker, another neck breaker. Higher end falling onto it. Vortex, look at this, double locks the arms. Chicken wing. Double chicken wing slam, and Vortex staying on this one. Up on the shoulders, what's he got? Into a slam, hooks the leg. Jenna Taylor there for the count, but no. One more time, Punisher makes the save. Psycho drapes the arm, holds him up. Long stall of a suplex. And another tag. BMF coming into the matchup tough, but at the moment, this man's literally wiping the mat with his opponent. Vortex. Again, look at this. These two teams, I don't think these guys like each other. Big HD and Vortex, the legal people in this matchup at the moment. Collar and elbow again. Vortex with the upper hand sends his opponent into the turnbuckles. Rolling Thunder Frog Splash gets the knees up. Super kick and a pinfall attempt. Only one. Vortex trying to stay awake in this matchup as these two men try to trade out kicks. We got another tag. Psycho Smoke back in the ring. HD, a handful of hair sends Psycho into his corner. Double team action here. Look at this. Double backstabber in stereo. And Psycho needing the ropes to pull himself back up. Clothesline takes him over the top. Punisher dishing it out. Down goes Vortex. Psycho Smoke from behind again. Spider Monkey. And another big boot. And again, IKB hasn't moved. He is just out here to show what he brought to the table. As Jenna continues the count here, Punisher sending Psycho back inside the ring at some point, I'm assuming, before we run out of the count. Psycho trying to make the tag. He gets it. Vortex coming in hot, but gets caught up. Overhand suplex. Hook of the leg. Shoulders down for 2. This matchup continues. The Vortex, look at this. Sneaky roll up. No go, but that's keeping Punisher on his toes. And on his back as Vortex just dumped that man over the top rope. Another shot for the hardcore degenerate. Vortex catching Punisher coming back in, sends his opponent over the top rope. And again, right after the Yuri, or just right after the man on the apron again. Stalled him out for that suplex. Vortex tried to make the reversal. But no go. Jenna Taylor trying to get some semblance of order here. Continues her count. Vortex taking out the Hardcore Degenerate, while the Punisher continues to attack Psycho Smoke outside the ring. Vortex with a snapmare, big boot to the face. Punisher back to his feet. Right hand by Vortex from behind. Drops him. Looking for the pinfall. Another save by his tag partner, Psycho Smoke. Everybody back in here. I don't know if Jenna can contain all this. There's a whole lot of action going on here. She's barely keeping this matchup together. Choke slam. Punisher with a choke slam, but Vortex not ready to finish it out yet. Series of kicks to the chest and sternum area. Follows it up with that solid clothesline. And Vortex in trouble. Reverses it. Nice reversal, but unfortunately couldn't do anything about it. Into the ropes, and the collision course proceeds as per usual. Punisher into the corner. Vortex tried it earlier. Frog splash, rolling thunder, and another tag. Didn't go for the pinfall. And look at this. Could have cost his team the matchup. Only two. Only two waiting. Instead of going for the cover, he went for the tag, giving Punisher time to regain his wits. And again on the outside, the Degenerate attacking the man on the apron. Good night. Psycho Smoke dropping the big kick. And Retribution picking up the victory on this debut team of BMF. We're seeing the replay of that cutter. Vortex. The rolling frog splash, or rolling thunder frog splash. One more look at that on another opponent. And there it is, upside down and inside out. Vortex and Psycho Smoke picking up the vic in our second matchup of the evening. This team recently come together, called a debut matchup for this team, but had a match or two under their belts. Coming up next, Chris Chaos taking on Chris Nightmare. ZA, you in here with us, ZA? You in here with us, Darseb? Anybody want to? You want to throw a rivalry on there? Nah, we'll talk about it. We got bigger things to worry about. We got to talk about the rest of the night show, first of all. Chris Chaos, Chris Nightmare coming up next. Battle of the Chris's. Get a little crisscross. What? Make you jump. Marvelous. Bud Marvelous taking on Zakk the Ripper in a false count anywhere. Zoey Yuri taking on Amaya for the Women's Undisputed Championship. Cameron Sawyer goes one-on-one with the Iron Man, Ken Bouchard, later on this evening. Logan Hawk faces off against Vulgar the Clown in a falls count anywhere. We got a 6-man tag match, Destruction Inc. teaming up with Anthony Omega to take on the War Raiders, Connor Riley, Big Bad Adam Boone, and a team up with James Coleman. In the main event tonight, Nova challenges Prestige inside a Hell in a Cell for the Intercontinental Championship. That's all later on tonight. But right now, it's that time. It's coming up on that time.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring,
The Cruiserweight Champion.
the Fallen, from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 166 pounds, the World Cruiserweight Champion, the Terror, Chris Chaotic.
It's time to let the chaos begin. As the Cruiserweight Champ makes his way to ringside. And I'm hoping I got it. I'm really hoping I got everybody's. Really hoping I got everybody's entrances back to at least close to what they started as. At least close to what they started as. His opponent, non-title matchup here. His opponent, Chris Nightmare. This man been on a roller coaster of a ride here through AoK since entering the arenas, jumping on the roster with us.
Intercontinental Champion, the unpredictable Chris Nightmare.
Bragging weight belt. The old school Intercontinental Champion. Joe Brony gonna officiate this one for us, and these two are starting it out tough back and forth. Big kick to the back of the head by Nightmare. Chaos. Not where he wants to be. The opening stages of this matchup. Nightmare missing. Just look at that. Chaos says he outsmarted him, but unfortunately, damn, what a lung blower. The Cruiserweight Champ in trouble here. His Nightmare just manhandles this guy. Follows him out quick as a cat. Chaos, a modified suplex there, well placed, laying him out on the concrete, but too little, too late, maybe. And Joe Brony wasting no time with that count. Chaos trying to get himself all pumped up here for whatever reason. Catches him with that moonsault off the springboard. The Chaotic one at a loss here. Nightmare, big kick to the face, goes for the pinfall. One count. Joe Brony has been with AoK since the beginning of time here. This man has almost been almost a Royal Rumble winner. Joe Brony has had the career. If there's ever an AoK Hall of Fame, referee Joe Brony would definitely be in it. Referee Joe will definitely be in the AoK Hall of Fame. And here we go, rolling him up. Chaos gets a 2 count. Of course, Nightmare, don't get me wrong. I mean, I said he's the got the bragging rights for the Intercontinental Champion, for the old school Intercontinental Championship. Those bragging rights consist of being able to say, not only does he have the old school title, but he took it off of the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man at SummerSlam '88. He's also a former United States champion here in AoK. And he's got a pinfall attempt. And Chris Chaos looks injured there. That pump handle X Factor. Chaos came down a little rough on the left hip. we'll have to keep an eye on Chaos here, but big victory there by Nightmare. Looking to move his way up the ranks. As we get ready for a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. The Marvelous One taking on Zakk the Ripper. Still have faced off before in the past, but never really a true outcome between the two. Though Bud Marvelous, we will say this much about the Marvelous One. Say what you will, anything else about him, but Bud Marvelous has been fairly dominant through Season 3 here. He's had his losses, absolutely. But they are far smaller number than his win column. And he's going to lead us off here in this matchup.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match.
This should be another, should be lined up for another good matchup. Both these men coming off of some pretty big wins from Halloween Havoc.
237 pounds, Buddy Marvelous.
Of course, Bud Marvelous, we're not going to say he's responsible for the injury that occurred during his matchup with Dean Graves. But Dean Graves did have to seek medical attention after that matchup. We wish him luck in his recovery. This should only be a short amount of time from what we understand, but of course anytime an AoK wrestler is injured, it's always kind of funny. You know, these are the things that make the world go round. Bud Marvelous getting ready to take on this man. Apparently had a change of music by the sounds of it. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's about 4:19 because this is going to take a minute. As Zakk the Ripper makes his entrance into the arena.
276 pounds, Zakk the Reaper.
Carrying his smoking glass piece. That contains that mind-altering substance that seems to leave a trance infected across the audience. And it's in my contract that I have to say that after every Zakk the Ripper match, Jose, he got himself, look, this man said he gonna take a break. This man said he got to take a break. He said the party about to begin. This man, what is he doing? Zakk the Ripper had to take himself a break. Get himself a second win. This is not the Zakk the Ripper we know and love. Alright, so we screwed up Zakk the Ripper's entrance. Let's jot that down in blue ink. Zakk the Ripper, Bud Marvelous, here we go. Ripper starting things out with an Irish whip. Going for a big shoulder tack on Bud. So look at this. Back and forth these guys are going. These two know each other fairly well. It's like I said, not the first time they've faced off. Springboard, big right hand by Bud Marvelous. Helps his opponent back up. Catches him with a big boot. Sliding to the outside. Bud Marvelous falls count anywhere. We got a kendo stick and a big shot to the belly button. Ripper taking it back and exploding that kendo stick across the back of the head of Bud Marvelous. Jenna starting her count, probably. Just kidding. Marvelous draped over that barricade. The Ripper lines him up. Right in the forehead, takes him down, but look at this, Marvelous shaking it off. Oh, didn't shake that right hand off though, did he? Big headbutt follows it up with a falling elbow. And the Ripper, the Grim Creeper, doing just that. Marvelous, shoulders down, Ripper looking for an easy pin. We only get a 1. Sets him up, power bomb position all the way down, and another pinfall attempt. Ripper staying with it for the most part here, keeping up with Marvelous. 2 solid big moves, but again on the outside. Yeah, nice reversal there. Ripper, the 747 slam. What a gut buster, using his shoulder to just drive out the wind of Bud Marvelous. Gut wrench. A dominator on the concrete. Bud Marvelous has been absolutely manhandled here in the last couple of minutes in this ringside area. And the Ripper's not done, driving him into the barricade again. Bud able to finally fight back to his feet. Marvelous, with a power bomb of his own, sits it out. Full extension. And now, after a little flash and flare, goes for the pinfall, but Zakk the Ripper too much. Still going on. Into the ring post, this AoK arena crowd. Into the post again. I think Bud may have busted Zakk the Ripper open here. Showboating. There it is. Belly to belly ass whooping. Back to his feet. Zakk wasting no time getting back up, but Marvelous. With another big series of kicks. Another pinfall attempt. Falls count anywhere. Jenna Taylor down for 2. Only 2. Bud Marvelous throwing Zakk the Ripper into that row of chairs. But again, the Ripper staying the aggressor here. Big body slam. We got another pinfall attempt. Another kick out. This matchup promised to be a banger, and so far these two have given it all. Bud Marvelous with the flapjack, bouncing Zakk the Ripper's head off that bottom step. But we still ended up with a kick out. Zakk the Ripper, talk about kicking out on instinct. Exploder suplex, and again, continuing on. Pops him up. And a sit-out powerbomb. Zakk the Ripper looking to make this make a memorable moment. Bud Marvelous kicking out before the 3. Zakk with a series of falling elbows, staying on top of his opponent again, giving Bud no room to breathe. A wrist clutch and a series of clotheslines. Bud Marvelous and Zakk the Ripper again with these clotheslines. Zakk the Ripper coming to life here tonight. Marvelous Dreams on the outside. Looking for a submission. Looking for the submission. Bud Marvelous has it locked in. Zakk the Ripper could be starting to snore. No go. Marvelous couldn't hold him, and Zakk. Look at this. Fireman's carry. Doesn't know what to do with him. Better figure it out. Gorilla press slam all the way down to the concrete. And again with the steps. Zakk the Ripper becoming a beast here tonight. Zakk the Ripper looking to find himself in a War Games match by the looks of it. Drapes him. One more time, look at this. Turns it into a power slam. Bud is somehow able to fight back. What a knee lift. That may have done it. Could have caught him enough by surprise. No. The Grim Creeper holding on. But Marvelous. Again, back for a submission hold. Keeping the point of the knee right in the center of the back. But again, the Ripper just too damn strong. Snap suplex on the outside. And again, the Ripper back to the steps. Bud able to defend himself that time. Sent inside the ring by the Ripper, but he looking for equalizers on the outside. Kick to the midsection, and again, Marvelous sets him up for a suplex, but Zakk the Ripper over the back. Release German suplex. And Marvelous looking to be in trouble here. Fights out of the corner, takes him down with a double leg takedown. Open palm strikes. Going to work on the Creeper, but I don't know. Bud sets it up. Pump handle X Factor. Pinfall. This may do it. Zakk the Ripper, shoulders down. And Marvelous picking up the victory over the Reaper. A hell of a matchup. Jesus. Golly, let's take a look at some of this replay here. Falls count anywhere. They ended it in the middle of the ring. Dominator on the outside. Sit out powerbomb, one for each of them. Same thing with that pump handle slam. As Bud Marvelous locks that one down.
Here is your winner, Buddy Marvelous.
looking marvelous. Looking marvelous. Let me get ready for the women's undisputed title. Title defense. Zoey Yuri challenging Amaya for that belt, as Zoey Yuri has been on a championship just terror over the last couple of weeks here. Grabbing belts left and right. Women's, she was the undisputed champion at one point. She was the women's hardcore champion. Amaya, everybody knows Amaya's story here in AoK for season 3. This girl has been the world heavyweight champion in the women's division. This is her 3rd reign of season 3. She is looking to extend it past this evening. But as I said, she is going up against a belt collector in the form of Zoey Yuri.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Undisputed World Championship.
Women's World Championship on the line. Coming out first, Zoey Yuri. Made a name for herself here in the AoK neighborhood since her debut here in season 3. I said earlier, I'm former women's champion, former women's heavyweight champion, former hardcore champion. Has battled some of the biggest and the best in the business here in AoK. Again, earning her right to step in the ring against the women's undisputed champion here this evening. She goes face to face with the anomaly Amaya. Of course, if you want to know the full story behind Amaya, go take a look at the beginning title reigns of season 3. Go back to the YouTube channel, jump over to YouTube, check out the AoK universe, watch season 3 from the beginning, and follow this lady's career throughout this season, starting with the tournaments, starting with the preliminary tournaments, especially with the preliminary tournaments. She is back on top with the Women's Undisputed Championship. Another matchup set to be a major change here. Are pretty evenly matched. But we'll see where it goes. We'll get on with the rest of the show as well. Coming up next, Kamron Sawyer, the Predator, goes one-on-one with IKB. Logan Hawk takes on Vulgar in a false count anywhere. We got a big six-man matchup as Destruction Inc. takes on the War Raiders. That's right, all the members of Destruction Inc. coming together take on 3 members of the War Raiders coming together. In our main event, the Green Meanie Nova challenges Prestige for the Intercontinental Championship inside a Hell in a Cell. Wayne Parrott giving out the rest of these introductions. Let's have it. Zoey Yuri
And her opponent from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, she is the Women's Undisputed World Champion, the Anomaly, Amaya.
Referee Jenna Taylor officiating this one for us. She's been kind of busy here this evening. Ringing the bell. Look at this. Hurricane Rana right out the gate. Frankensteiner. But the Anomaly staying on her opponent, turning it into a cutter, following her to the outside. And Yuri in that series of a big right hand, but this Russian leg sweep by the Anomaly. Jenna trying to gain control here of this matchup, saying, hey, you know, title match, get it inside the ring. Yuri wasting no time, heading right back out. This girl looking for the championship tonight. Throwing herself on the line. Back and forth, outside she goes. Amaya to the top rope. Showboating Amaya. You know the rules. Where did you just jump to? What were you doing? Good God, that's 3 O's in the chat for stupid. And Yuri taking quick advantage of that. I don't even want to call it a misstep. Amaya, I hope she can recover from that. Her title is on the line here. This matchup, though, has remained on the outside. The referee has continued her count. Yuri can't win the title if this match ends on the outside. The belt won't change hands on the count out. Yuri, what are you doing? Back in before the referee could count 10. Nicely done. What a kick to the face that was. Zoey Yuri. Looking to take it to the world champ. Turns her around, hanging her with that top rope. Into the turnbuckle. Yuri stalks in with her. What's she got here? Avalanche. Going to the top rope. Nobody home. Wow. What the hell was that? 2 count only. But good God, what was that? Russian leg sweep. And Amaya coming back, looking to solidify this matchup in her favor. And again, the Anomaly wasting a little bit of time there, but climbs to the top rope. Moonsault in a pinfall attempt. Title on the line. Zoey Yuri remembers that title was on the line. Kicking out at 2. Coming in. Look at this sidestep. Lets her clothesline herself. Can Yuri capitalize on that second mistake? Zoey Zag. We got a pinfall. This could be it. Yuri, no. 2 count. Standing moonsault. Another pinfall attempt. Hooks the near leg. And Amaya fighting back. Her belt on the line here. Series of clotheslines. Single leg sweep. And the anomaly. Looking for the twist of fate. And again, Yuri kicking out at 2. This girl knows what that belt's all about. She's trying to hold on to it. Even flow DDT. And I don't believe that Amaya. Oh, again, she kicks out. Pulls it back. Hurricane Rana. Boot to the head. Yuri back in control, sending look at this, sending Amaya right into referee Jenna. And Amaya now taking advantage of the misstep. Game of human chest, and Amaya picking up a shady victory there. That was a... Take a look at this replay here with the clothesline in the corner. Where Amaya hits her with the Zoey's egg. Upside down with the moonsault. One more time with the Zoey's egg. They cut her, but again, Amaya retains the women's undisputed title. We got 4 more matches lined up here. We're going to take a very short break, to be honest with you. I'm going to take a real quick break here. I'm going to grab a refill the hydration device, and we will be right back. We'll be so right back. Matter of fact, listen to this. Listen to this while I'm gone. That was just about best kind of timing we could have possibly had. So, back live again, my friends. Let's get this set up. Kamron Sawyer takes on the Iron Man Ken Bouchard. I was gonna say in one-on-one matchup, but following that loss earlier, these three have not left their side, each other's side backstage. So we are all assuming that they are just going to come out together here. Kamron Sawyer taking on Iron Man Ken Bouchard.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring.
The Predator.
From New York. Weighing in at 220 pounds. The Predator. Kamron Sawyer.
This man been looking to make a name for himself around here this season too, coming off of a little struggle there, looking to find his footing. His opponent tonight, no easy man to push over, I assure you of that. Being flanked.
From parts unknown. Weighing in at 373
Members of
pounds.
BMF.
IKB.
IKB in singles action, but will have his stablemates at ringside with him here. Jenna Taylor officiating, ringing the bell. Let's get this underway. Sit out clothesline by the Iron Man. Follows it through with a series of punches, and Jenna running all over the ring before she goes for the pinfall. Almost a 5 count. There's shades of King Kong Bundy in there, man. IKB taking it to Kamron Sawyer. Sawyer giving up a little bit of weight differential here. But Ken Bouchard laying out the knuckles across the forehead of Kamron Sawyer. Another sit-out clothesline, well placed. Sawyer looking for some distance, finds himself staggering on the ring apron. Back body suplex on the allegedly hardest part of the ring. Backbreaker, Bouchard sticking with the attack on the back. Doubles it up on the man. Sawyer with a boot to the forehead, but again, giving up too much size to be trying to overpower Ken Bouchard. Don't get me wrong, Kamron Sawyer's put together pretty good, but I don't think you're man enough. I don't think you're strong enough to go trying to push around the weight of Ken Bouchard. And Bouchard giving him a little two-handed salute with the one-finger style. Couple of half a peace signs. Bulldog from the second turnbuckle. Sawyer, not the time to be trying to get the crowd behind you, son. Guillotine. And Bouchard looking for a pinfall. Sawyer kicking out at 1. Keeping the hopes and dreams alive of the Kamron Sawyer fans. Bouchard pulling his man off the ropes. And another back suplex. Just ragdolled that poor man. Look at this. Rolls him up. See the members of BMF on the outside. Not a factor so far in this matchup. But Sawyer taking control here over IKB. Irish whip, Bouchard into the ropes. Misstep one more time. Big headbutt from behind, knocking Bouchard to the... Look at this. Corner to corner, Bouchard. All the way across, catches him with a clothesline. He just turned that man inside out. Bouchard drapes the arm. Well-placed suplex. Jawbreaker coming back from Sawyer, but look at this. Again. Spinebuster by Ken Bouchard. That may have done it. That may have done her up. Just to be sure, Bouchard bomb. Awful close to the ropes. If Kamron Sawyer has anything left, reach up and grab that rope, but he does not. IKB picks up the victory here. Not taking his teammates' loss earlier this evening lightly.
Here is your winner.
Came out here to prove a point. He brought his boys out here to show them how it was done. This is how you have to handle the folks in AoK. Coming up next, Logan Hawk battles Vulgar the Clown in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Been a while since these two have gone nose to nose. One of the few people in AoK that can go nose to nose with Logan Hawk. Big 6-man battle coming up next. Tornado tag match, 3-on-3, Destruction Incorporated. The Iceman, Psychosis, and Anthony Omega team up to take on the War Raiders, Big Bad Adam Boone, Connor Riley, and their teammate James Coleman. Tornado tag match coming up after this Falls Count Anywhere setup. And of course our main event, the Green Meanie Nova challenges Prestige inside the confines of a Hell in a Cell for the Intercontinental Championship of AoK Wrestling. Right now the Real Deal makes his entrance.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Authority from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 355 pounds, the Real Deal, Logan Paul.
Logan Hawk. This man used to be, I hate to say it, man, this man used to be a most dominant factor here in AoK. But as of recently, been having a little bit of trouble grabbing up the W's. Looking to change all that tonight against Vulgar the Clown, who surprisingly, I don't want to say surprising, it's only surprising because how few and far between we see him. He is actually having a really good season here with AoK as far as his win-loss record goes.
Nightmare, weighing in at 250 pounds.
Vulgar the Clown, this man, former Intercontinental Champion, is one of the longest reigning Intercontinental Champions of AoK. At least, let me rephrase that. One of the ones that hold the title the most. Multiple time champion when it comes to the IC title is Vulgar the Clown. We get ready to go one-on-one. Falls count anywhere. Joe Brony, your official. Logan Hawk and Vulgar the Clown, and a big clothesline by Hawk. Taking the Clown off his feet, follows it up with a drop kick. And the real deal. Taking it right to the Clown, with the Clown back to his feet, looking to take it back to the big man. Hits it with a DDT. And Hawk, a little dazed there for a moment. Irish whip sends him into the corner, and a big cavalier. Look at this. A second avalanche clothesline. What a Jesus, man. It ran into him like a freight train. Logan Hawk, falls count anywhere. This man says, good, I'm going to take whatever I can to beat this man with. Going after the steps, but a back and forth begins. Logan Hawk coming out on the upper hand of that. Vulgar fighting back. Logan Hawk again caught up in a flurry of punches and slaps. You got to cover. Only one. Vulgar thought he had him. Look at this. Logan Hawk rolling him up. Joe Brony way out of position here. The steps in the way of vision there for Joe Brony. Falling neck breaker. And Logan Hawk at the mercy now of Vulgar the Clown. And the Clown one step ahead. As he methodically attacks the lower. Oh, look at this. Reverses it. Logan Hawk with a power bomb into the barricade. Looking to sever the spine of the Clown. Vulgar back to his feet. And Logan Hawk with those steps one more time catches him this time. We go back inside the ring. This matchup. Look at this. Logan Hawk still not done with these steps. Vulgar sees it coming. It's twisting up the arm. What is he doing? Locking. Look at this. He just kicked that man in the booty hole. He just folded that man up into a pretzel and then kicked him right in the benzel. Interceptor at ringside, Logan Hawk. Joe, what are you doing? Joe Brony testing the patience of Logan Hawk. Look at this. Buzz killer applied. Buzz killer applied. Is it going to be enough? Logan Hawk needs to hold on here. Vulgar the Clown has this locked in, but I don't know. I don't think Logan Hawk is going to give up that easily here so far tonight. Back inside we go. Logan Hawk again. Taking the scenic route. Joe Brony right in the ear of Logan Hawk the whole way around the ring there. Takes it back outside. Vulgar the Clown. To the top rope. What's he doing? Look at this. Long way down. Logan Hawk stumbling back to his feet. Falling fist drop right between the eyes. Joe might need to be talking about retirement. We'll talk about him joining the Hall of Fame. He might be joining the retirement crew, cashing in that 401. And Hawk, look at this. Nah, Dominator. Solid Dominator on the outside, shoulders down. Vulgar kicking out at 2. And he goes, Logan Hawk. Logan Hawk having words with Joe as he came around the corner there. Backed Joe right the hell up is what he did. Vulgar sent to the ropes. Military press by the real deal. Power slam. Locking up, and again Logan Hawk picking up the advantage. Driving his opponent in with a backbreaker. And again Logan Hawk with those steps. Having a little trouble lifting them there. Couldn't get a grip. And Vulgar right behind him. Falls Count Anywhere. Vulgar out here with a blatant chokehold. Kick to the face. Vulgar. One more time. Looking for it. Looking for the Buzz Killer. And Logan Hawk tapping out. Vulgar the Clown picking up the victory. Joe with a little suspicious activity there. You have to do a little investigating into that. Damn it, Joe. Logan Hawk coming up short here on this matchup. We get ready for one half of our big main events.
Here is your winner.
Double main event. A six-man matchup coming up next. There's Vulgar the Clown picks up a big victory here. Celebrates a well-deserved victory, to be honest with you. But again, Joe Brony, a little sus in this matchup. Joe Brony a little bit sus in this matchup. Tornado Tag 6-man action coming up next as the War Raiders take on Destruction Incorporated. We get ready to see what start to piece together the outline for the Survivor Series War Games. It has been a pretty good night. A little rocky at first, but they pulling themselves together, pulling themselves back together there towards the end of it all. A little regroup action. Starting to see some of these stables start to pull together. And as the night progresses, I can see some more stables forming up as we progress here. We're going to head to ringside as Destruction Inc. labeled to come out first. Psychosis, Iceman,
The following contest is a
and Anthony Omega.
tornado tag team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 657 pounds.
Yeah, they don't do a whole lot with the managers don't seem to do a whole lot at ringside unless it's, I don't know, like, I haven't figured out if there's a setting for that, or if it's just the fact that it's 2K, which is probably more likely that it's just 2K. Sometimes they do, most of the time they don't. Six-man tornado tag action about to get underway as the World Television Champion teams up with Connor Riley and Big Bad, the War Raiders. Now, it's been known fact these guys have been running mates for years. It's one of the few times we've seen them all together. But as War Games progresses, as War Games gets closer and closer, you're going to start seeing all these stables coming out of the woodwork. Six-man tag action. Here we go. Tornado tag, and Jenna Taylor and myself will have our hands full. Coleman jumping on the back of Psychosis. I think that's who that is. I could be wrong. Yes. Big German suplex, release German suplex all over the place here. And Destruction Inc. dominant at the moment. This is like the best of season 2 meets the best of season 3. James Coleman, one of the most decorated champions in all of AoK, being the Grand Slam champion. Connor Riley and Adam Boone getting back into the tag division this season, over the next couple of weeks here. They've been running a lot of singles actions, and both of them being dominant throughout their divisions, as Connor Riley picking up the Cruiserweight Championship earlier this month, or this year. And of course, Adam Boone, Intercontinental Champion, World Heavyweight Champion. We got a pinfall attempt by Boone. Only one, but Connor Riley eating that giant moonsault in the center of the ring. And James Coleman in the upper half of your screen, having his issues with one Mr. Psychosis. Locks him up, pump handle STO. Connor Riley trying to do something here with Anthony Omega. There's so much action going on here. Riley upside down. Lung blower bouncing before he hits the mat. Coleman caught up. Double underhook pedigree. We got a pinfall attempt. No go. Anthony Omega trying to pick up the victory for his team. Psychosis looking for a pinfall. Adam Boone breaking it up. Keeping the matchup alive. Connor Riley fights back against Anthony Omega. Big choke slam by Big Adam Boone. Shoulder tackle. Gets rid of Psychosis. Gets rid of the Iceman. Anthony Omega holding his own against Boone. But unfortunately, the number's too many. Rolling cutter on Coleman. Coleman never saw it coming. Omega rolling to the outside as Psychosis and Iceman take the beating on the inside. Back stab out by Connor Riley. DDTs all around. This is getting horribly hard to keep track of. So many black and green. Over the top rope goes Psychosis and Adam Boone. Connor Riley on the opposite end. Jesus. And Coleman caught in a pancake. Ending it out with a cutter. Boone back to his feet here beside us. Completely confused. Circling around to check in with his teammate Conor Riley. In the meantime, James Coleman is just getting buckled in half. It's 3-on-2 on the upper half of the screen as Suga Cutter. Coleman and Omega on the left-hand side of the screen. Meanwhile, Boone and Conor Riley having their issues with the main members of Destruction Inc. Coleman caught up by Omega. Ends it Gray to the back of the head. Big Bad back inside the ring. Clothesline from behind. Coleman hits the concrete hard. Boone with the watermelon squeeze. Looking to pop the head of Anthony Omega. Now turns his attention to the Iceman. Looking to make some crushed ice. Snap suplex by Coleman. Ricochet by Conor. And the War Raiders looking to pick up some dominance here. Looking to take back this matchup as they double, triple team all members here of Destruction Inc. Boone with a military press lands him on the concrete. Psychosis bouncing between that metal ramp and that concrete floor. Another cutter, and Coleman looking for a crossface, looking for a submission to take this one home. 6-man tornado tag. It's not a falls count anywhere. It is just a tornado tag match. The pinfall or submission has to happen inside the squared circle. Big Bad laid out here at on the ramp side. Conor Riley holding his own against Psychosis in the ring, and Coleman caught up with Anthony Omega. A little double team action there with Boone and Coleman. Riley caught with a Pele kick. Psychosis. Double underhook, looking for the pedigree. Rolls over Conor Riley, Big Bad. Is he going to make the save in time? Conor Riley kicking out at 2 1/3. A big boot by Boone just matrixed his foot right through that man's skull. Big ending. Conor Riley has Psychosis in his sights. Ricochet. Recoil, my bad. Recoil in a pinfall attempt. And Psychosis kicking out at 2. Boone having none of it as Coleman opens up the Iceman. Conor Riley over the top rope. Crash landing, gets the knees up. This matchup, these guys are beating the absolute hell out of each other here tonight. This is legit anybody's ball game here. As the back and forth has started, Conor Riley running over to help out Big Bad, who really didn't need the help. Damn. I don't know what that was, but Conor Riley is going to feel that one in the morning. Boone sets up the chokeslam, reverses it with the arm drag. Conor with a snapping suplex outside. Coleman looking for the victory, but no, blocked by Psychosis. The matchup goes on. Hangman's, look at this, has Coleman in a submission. Coleman could be tapping out. Big Bad tried to make the save. Caught up by the Iceman, but Coleman able to defend himself here. But to what avail is it going to be enough? Double teamwork there by Coleman and Conor Riley. Coleman showboating, buddy. Showboating. sets him up. Tombstone long blower. Coleman down for the count, but again, there for his partner is Conor Riley. Pinfall attempt. Boone with the Iceman up on his backpack. Big bad bomb. Conor Riley caught up by Psychosis with that Enziguri and Big Bad one more time. Into the corner goes Omega. And Boone looking for the submission. Iceman rolling up. Doubles him up. Pedigree by Psychosis. Conor Riley could be out cold, and Coleman may not be far behind him here. Anthony Omega, what's he got in mind? Nothing. Gets caught up. Coleman looking to take advantage, perhaps. Blockbuster. Boone for the count. Iceman for the save. Crossroads. Conor Riley ate that crossroads. Boone for the pinfall. And a kick out again. Anthony Omega kicking out. We got bodies laying everywhere here in the ring. Some of them on the outside. Iceman gathering himself outside. Boone in trouble. The War Raiders not looking so hot at the moment as Coleman pulls himself over to the ringside area here, using the ropes. Shoulder tackle. And Destruction Inc. standing tall at the moment, but Coleman back to his feet. Over the top rope goes Psychosis. And this matchup continues outside here. Boone trying to take care of Iceman, but Coleman gets caught up. Boone down for the count. Coleman down, and Conor Riley just taking an absolute ass whooping over here by Psychosis. Iceman one more time. Coleman face first with that modified DDT. Boone thinks he's got something going here. Sends his opponent into the ring. Who is that? Anthony Omega. Omega stepping back out. Boone coming up short with that boot. One more time. The big bad ending. Is it enough? Pinfall attempt. Coleman looking to make a save, but too slow. As the Iceman one step ahead here. Cross leg suplex DDT. Big boot by Big Bad. Pinfall attempt. Iceman with the save. These guys are putting on a hell of a matchup. That might do it. Coleman right there, out cold, but no. Boone just barely lifted his shoulder. Coleman in the ring with all the members of Destruction Inc. Able to get rid of Iceman. But Coleman too much, numbers too many. Coleman tapping out. The War Raiders taking the loss as Destruction Inc. continues their winning ways. Let me take a look at some of the replay there.
Here are your winners. Demolition!
Destruction Inc. Coming back to season 3 to dominate and starting out pretty damn well what they set out to do. Coming up next, the main event, Hell in a Cell, the Green Meanie Nova taking on the King of Old School, Prestige, for the Intercontinental title. That one's up next. take a look, as I was saying, as we get closer to War Games. Start pinpointing stables, tag teams, and whatnots. As we get ready for one of the, I'm gonna say one of the biggest nights. Seeing as how the War Games and the Survivor Series is one of like the big four matches, pay-per-views.
The following contest is a
But that's a lot of multi-man matches, and it's a lot of elimination style, which is going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of elimination style matches. The War Games, at least 2 War Games matches. Right now, Hell in a Cell. And former heavyweight champion Nova. Now looking to grab up the Intercontinental Championship. Have his hands full tonight, though, with Prestige. Prestige been Prestige being the man to be wanting to run the Intercontinental Championship this season. This being his 3rd title reign. Oddly enough, there's 2 names not on the list for world title that is surprising for this season, and that's Prestige and James Coleman. Those 2 have gone a year with staying away from the World Heavyweight title. Here we go, the main event. Your Intercontinental Champion. Successfully defending that title against Big Bad at Halloween Havoc. To the surprise of a lot of people. Pretty convinced that that man was not walking out of Halloween Havoc as the champion. Connor Riley told me that he was surprised that Prestige was even able to walk after Halloween Havoc, after being in the ring with Adam Boone, let alone coming out the champion. But here he is tonight, with that title still within his grasp, ready to defend it against another man that he's gonna give up some size difference to. This time inside that hellacious structure known as Hell in a Cell. 20-foot steel cage with a roof.
Introducing the challenger from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 281 pounds, Green Mean Noah. And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 228 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, the King of Old School.
Prestige again. Say what you want. Intercontinental Champion as we speak. Nova looking to grab up that title for the first time here this evening. Joe Bruni officiating. Here we go, ringing the bell. This main event starts off, and Prestige sending his opponent outside the ring just to get things started. I'm not sure what that was all about. Threw him out of the ring and then allowed him back in. And Nova taking that as a little bit of disrespect, perhaps. Again, circling around. Prestige a little slow on the reacts here. Samoan drop. Prestige says he's got him in his sights. Sends his opponent, no, turns him back in, shoulder tackle. Again, Prestige with the disrespect. Sends his opponent outside the ring again. Look at this guy. Anything to get this crowd just anything to get a reaction out of this crowd. Big right hand staggers Prestige, and Nova introducing him into that cage. Oh, can we not do this? Can we not do this? Thank you. Cool. Please don't get us in that damn loop. Take it outside the ring, boys. Take it outside the ring. Take it to the roof. Take it to the roof. I hate to see these guys hurt themselves, but also take it to the damn roof. Nova and Prestige battling it out here. Well, let me rephrase that. Nova, look at this. Prestige, I would say Nova battling it out here. Prestige able to get that, catch that boot on its way in. I really hope 2K extends the move set for around the ring. Nova taking a long way around here. Or not. Just taking a walk. Prestige trying a little scare tactic thing, like, rah, gotcha, and that didn't work. He's to try something else as Nova takes it right to the Intercontinental Champion here. Come on, put him through that cage. Put him through that cage, Nova. Put him through the cage, Nova. Now Prestige tripping up. Nova doing a pretty good job of keeping Prestige. Oh, I was gonna say keeping Prestige in line here, but that reversal by Prestige may have just really changed the projectile of this matchup. As Nova's been busted open and Prestige looking to take advantage of it. Prestidigitation, pinfall attempt, and Nova kicking out, the Intercontinental Champion. Saw blood and went for the kill. Into the corner. And Prestige, look at this. Inside a cage, he still decides he needs a weapon. The whole thing is steel. The whole thing is one big steel construction, and he goes to find a chair. And Nova, looking for a surprise victory, gets a 1 count. Green Meanie bringing it back to the champ. Muscle buster suplex, and Prestige staggering back to his feet, but right into the waiting clutches of Nova, who puts him into a backbreaker, follows it up with a boot. And the chair the man brought into the ring himself gets used against him. As Nova goes after the Intercontinental Champion, but Prestige with that forearm. And again, picking up the chair. What is going on here? Look at this, Nova. Nova, with a pair of brass knuckles, just knocked the champion out. And Prestige, good God, Prestige kicking out at 2. The referee not seeing those brass knuckles, but is it really against the rules in a Hell in a Cell match? If I can hit you with a steel chair, I should be able to hit you with brass knuckles. What a super kick. Now the other way. Throw him into the cage. Damn it, somebody go through the roof. Back inside as Nova floats over DDT. Prestige now staggering to his feet. Gets help. A little bit of help from his from his opponent. Locks in that armbar. And the Intercontinental Champion in a ton of trouble here as this matchup continues. Kendo stick to the side of the head. Rolls out of the way. Single leg drop kick. Catches it as Nova was going for another blow with that kendo stick. And Prestige, one more time, goes for the rotation of it all. Pinfall attempt one more time, center of the ring, the Intercontinental Championship on the line, and Nova isn't ready to tack it in yet. Nova still wants the belt. Prestige sends him outside the ring one more time. And has something to say to this jam-packed audience. Big European uppercut. Into the cage again. Prestige using this, using the environment to his fullest advantage. Nova laid out here at ringside. I'm not sure what Prestige has in mind. Nova decides he's getting back in the ring, wants this matchup to finish up inside the ring. I want to see somebody go through the damn roof of this cage, personally. And I think Prestige might want that same thing as he's back inside with the... What's he doing, man? What are you doing, man? Back inside we go. Right hand by Nova. Nova sets him up. Has him in the backpack position. STO. Pinfall attempt. Intercontinental Championship on the line. We got a brand new IC champion. Prestige taking the L as Nova captures his second championship here in AoK and becomes the new Intercontinental Champion.
Here is your winner, and new Intercontinental
Booty will be proud to catch a hold of that. And that's the show part of it all. Let's take a look. Jump in here and take a look at the data. Take a look at the data. Take a look at the numbers. Make sure ain't nobody dead in our ring tonight. Here we go. News it up. News it up. Morgan Quinn cleared to wrestle, but still needed that one extra day. Ted Rockpage, your new hardcore champion. And Nova, the new Intercontinental Champion. Man, oh man. Let's take a look. We're going to see anything in the power rankings. Prestige, Morgan Quinn. This is still going to be from last week. Psychosis, Josh Blackwell, Buddy Marvelous, Nick Blackwell, Cletus J. Hinkledimer, Casey Nguyen. The top 10, Lilith, Blaze, Amaya, Joe Jackal, Chris Chaos, James Coleman, Page, Chris Coyote, Logan Hawk, and Chris Nightmare in the top 20. But in the meantime, let's see what's up for the next show, possibly. See what possibly could be up for the next show. Kicking it off with Empress Sparrow. Maybe Sparrow looking to do some scouting for her team. You see, Empress versus Callie Ferguson. It's been a while since we saw Callie. We may let that one ride. Isabella versus Quindle. Look at this. The women all jumping in on this one. Everybody wants to find out. They all want to be on the team for Empress. Prestige and Kamron Sawyer. But that sounds like a fun time. We'll see about some of these. We're going to be taking a look at some things here. Nova and IKB. Interesting setup. Fatal 4-way. Quinn. Violet Watson. Lilith. And Zoey Yuri. Fatal 4-way Extreme Rules. Not necessarily all, card subject to change as we take a look at all these, but just in case it doesn't. Zakk the Ripper and Headhunter. Triple Threat. New Hardcore Champion Ted Rockpage. Falls Count Anywhere with Double A Adrian Arnold. And James Coleman, the World Television Champion. Hinkledimer's challenging for the tag team titles against the Dogs of War. We'll see about that. That's a possibility. Main event. Buddy Marvelous looking to challenge for the heavyweight title against Remy Singer. Still got Ken Bouchard's name on it. Interesting setup. Interesting way to go. But my friends, that is about all the time that I have for us. I appreciate everybody being here with us. I appreciate all the good times that we've had here tonight. And also, appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out, and being a part of all those good times that we have. So until we meet again, my friends, which will probably be for the most of you tomorrow, some of you the day after. But when we do see each other, know that we'll be together. And I'm going to take a look and make sure that you've washed behind your ears. Have a good night, guys. I'm out.